Whoa, whoa, that is... Okay, when I fade in like that, I'm a little unsure of what things show back up. So hopefully everything is in its place. Hey, Heart fans, how's it going? Butch Hartman here. Welcome to the Ghost Zone. That's right, this is the Danny Phantom Ghost Zone, and I'm so excited to be here. It's actually kind of, it's much different than I thought it would be out here too. I've been here several times, but each time I just enjoy it more because I feel as though I'm becoming more familiar with, that was something. Okay, just ignore that. Hey, so today we're talking about Danny Phantom. I've done videos in the past, Danny Phantom 10 years later, Danny Phantom in the college years, always expanding on the idea of Danny Phantom, because the show ended in 2007. It ran from 2004 to 2007. We did 3 seasons of Danny Phantom. We did 54 episodes. It was so much fun to do, but the fans out there are always going, what comes next? They're like, Butch, what else happens to Danny Phantom? I've got a new idea. It's called Danny Phantom, The Next Generation. Hey Heart fans, okay, just floating out here in the Ghost Zone. This means I'm floating. Look at that. Things are floating past me too. Wow, I never thought I'd see that out here. That's wild. Okay, hey, all right, so Danny Phantom. Okay, we got Danny Fenton, who turns into Danny Phantom. We got Sam Manson, we got Tucker, we got Jack Fenton, Maddie Fenton, Jazz Fenton, the whole clan of people. We got the Box Ghost, we got Skulker, we got Ember, we got Vlad Plasmius too. But what happens to all these characters as they age, as they get older? I mean, what happens? Look, we've done Danny Phantom 10 years later. We've done Danny Phantom the college years, but I was thinking, Danny Phantom, the next generation, has got to be the thing that comes next. And what happens in the next generation? That means Danny Phantom would be a dad. But who, if he has kids, who's the mom? Which one of the girl characters on the show does he marry? Does he marry Valerie Gray, who tried to basically destroy him many times, or does he marry Sam Manson, who's been his sidekick the entire time? I think in this version, Danny marries Sam Manson. I think Danny and Sam, they got to get together because everybody wants them to anyway. It's always been a will they, won't they. They've been kind of boyfriend and girlfriend. He even kisses her in Phantom Planet. So the relationship gets more solidified there. All the other things I've done where we've advanced Danny Phantom, we've had Sam by his side. So Sam's the perfect choice to be Danny Phantom's wife. He's the perfect choice to be her husband. So bam, and they get married and they have 2 kids. They have a boy and they have a girl. The boy's name, Jackson Fenton. The girl's name, Misty Fenton, and they are both twins. That's right, they're twins. We pick up the show when they're 10 years old and they're starting to realize that they have ghost powers too. So it's like when Superman and Lois Lane got together. They had kids and they had superpowers. Or the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards and Sue Richards, they had Franklin Richards and his sister. They had powers as well. I think it's a perfect logical argument to think that Danny Phantom's children would inherit his ghost powers, but they would get them in different ways. Jackson, the boy, for example, would get Danny's ghost chill power. He would have the power to turn things cold. He could walk through walls, disappear, and fly, just like his dad. But he would get the cold power, and I think there's another cool power he would have. I'll get to that in a second. But Misty would also get Danny's powers too. She can walk through walls, disappear, and fly. And I think she gets Danny's plasma flame, the plasma blast. That's what she gets. So he's got cold, she's got hot. They both have all the other basic ghost powers, but they each have one special power that Danny doesn't have. Okay, special ghost power number 1. Jackson Fenton, 10 years old. He has the power to teleport. That's right. Using his ghostly DNA, he can travel through the spirit world, sort of like the internet and our world, right? Using the spiritual energy in the physical world, Jackson can teleport himself. If he's standing in Mexico 1 second, he can just blink his eyes and suddenly be in New York City. He can't control it perfectly yet, but he's getting there, and as soon as he gets old enough to learn how to use it, he's going to be a very formidable foe. All right, special ghost power number 2, Misty Fenton. Love that name. I think she, besides having the plasma blast and the basic ghost powers, she would have the special ability to actually open portals into the ghost zone. You're saying, what's special about that? We can go into the ghost zone in Danny Phantom. Well, we can only go into the ghost zone with a physical, mechanical portal that's in one location. You got to get to the Fenton lab to get into the ghost portal. But now, Misty has the power to open up ghost portals anywhere she wants, anywhere in the world, because she has the power to open that dimensional doorway, which I think is really, really cool. Okay, so first of all, we could have a lot of fun villains in this show. I mean, we could even bring back some of the main ghosts from Danny Phantom. Skulker, Ember, Technus, Walker, anybody, you name it, we could bring them back. And they could also have offspring. And you know, the Danny Phantom kids could fight against the son of Ember, or the offspring of Walker, or the offspring of Skulker, or maybe even Vlad Plasmius. But speaking of Vlad Plasmius, he's still around. And as I mentioned in one of my other Danny Phantom 10 years later videos, Vlad was out in space when the disasteroid hit. And Vlad was hit by this asteroid, and we never saw Vlad again. Vlad tumbled through space, and he was eventually captured by a race of aliens and put to work on an alien prison planet, because Vlad's very powerful. So he was able to like mine this special mineral and all these things, and Vlad eventually broke away from this alien planet. And Vlad still carries this chain on his wrist, which I think is pretty cool. So Vlad gets back to Earth. He's got a huge grudge against Danny, but guess what else? The aliens that Vlad escaped from, they follow Vlad here, and they're called the Faceless. The Faceless are after not just Vlad, but once they're down here on Earth, they discover the powers that Misty and Jackson have. So they become obsessed with obtaining the portal opening powers of Misty and the teleportation powers of Jackson, because it would make their space travel and their scientific exploration that much easier. The power to traverse dimensions just like that, and the power to teleport anywhere you want just like that, they've got to have that power. So they're obsessed with getting Misty and Jackson, and that is the main thrust, at least of the pilot story. Danny Phantom of the Next Generation features not just Danny and Sam married now, everyone's grown up. Even Tucker has found himself in a relationship now too. We had Tucker as the mayor of Amity Park. Maybe he's still the mayor of Amity Park. Maybe he's moved on. Maybe he's the president. Maybe he's the president now. President Tucker Foley. So Tucker's in a position of huge authority. He's able to help Danny and his family as they go from place to place battling ghosts, uncovering, you know, whether it's a human-made problem or a ghost-made problem. But the main thing, Danny Phantom's family is fighting otherworldly attacks from the Faceless and the Ghost Zone. We have outer space and spiritual space. They're defending themselves and the world from these attacks. What do you guys think of that idea? I think it'd be awesome. I'd love to see Danny Phantom of the Next Generation. Let me know who you think I should include in this show. Who'd I leave out? I know I left a lot out, but who do you want to see included in the show? What else do you think I could do with Danny Phantom of the Next Generation? Where should it go from here? Let me know down in the comments. I think it'd be awesome to see this show come to life, and you know what? I think there's a big future for Danny Phantom, and I think we can keep going for as long as we want. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is Butch Hartman from the Ghost Zone. It's cold out here, but you know what? I think we'll make it. I'm just going to fade away again. Don't forget, art gives you power. Use it wisely. This fading thing is so weird.